What's good, y'all? It's your boy AJ and welcome to Scary Sundays, where I react to scary videos possibly sent by you guys every single Sunday. Now, I really want to make this into a series where every Sunday I react to horror videos and have a good time with it, man. So let me know if you guys want this to be a series. I am totally down to make this into a series. If this video gets 5 likes, then I'll turn this into a series. If you guys want to send me videos, follow me on Instagram, even in the comment section over here. Instagram, TikTok, it's all the same name. Just send me videos right there and I'll sure to react to them. Now, I don't use Twitter. I don't know how Twitter works. I tried using it before, but I never understood it, so I don't have Twitter. So Instagram, TikTok, or in the comment section, send me videos and I will react to them. This one, we have Disturbing True Tinder Date Horror Story. Now, who still goes on Tinder nowadays, bro? Just go out in person and meet somebody. You don't know everybody on the internet. You don't know their true intentions. If you want to use Tinder, Bumble, or any other dating app, by all means go ahead. I'm not stopping you, but in my opinion, I would just go out in person and just find somebody. Hopefully you guys got your popcorn, your snacks, your drinks. This about to be a wild ride, man. So buckle up, strap in, and without further ado, let's hit play. Disturbing True Tinder Date Horror Story.
This happened when I was 17 years old. It's been nearly 2 years since my girlfriend broke up with me, and I was very chewed up about it.
By the way, this is by Llama Arts. So Llama Arts, don't come after me. Your video is in the description. I'll even post it twice in the description. It's down there. Go ahead and check it out.
On the inside. I've called her several times, but it always went to voicemail. I've tried texting her on Messenger since, ironically, we were friends on Facebook, but still,
for real?
not a single response. As the weeks went by, I became very devastated and was worried that I'd never find love again. My brother told me to just forget about my ex-girlfriend and that it was time for me to move on.
Yeah, if she's not answering,
to this app called Tinder,
no, GG, man.
Which he said was great for online dating. I was very familiar with online dating, but never actually done any of it, because there was no way that I even felt like hooking up with some random person I met online.
Exactly.
But I figured it couldn't hurt to try it out, so I decided to give it a shot. After I finished setting up my account and was done creating my profile, I just started randomly liking a few of the girls that I thought were pretty. I'm not picky, I just wanted to make sure that I found the right girl for me. A few weeks later, I've had already received my first match on Tinder. Her name was Robin. She had blue hair, freckles, and beautiful amethyst purple lips. According to her profile, she had the same
anime, video games, dogs,
and was even
no description.
Age as me.
See how it says she don't have any description, bro? All you know that she like anime, video games, and dogs, but she don't have any description. That's a red flag, man.
She lived in the same town as me. By the way, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We started having a friendly group chat on Tinder, which was going well. Her message said, "You may not know me, but we went to the same high school."
Same high school?
I replied, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, I was always the quiet one at the back of class."
Oh, they for real in the school?
I think you're really cute. We should hang out sometime. I agreed and asked her to where she wanted to hang out, where to meet her. And
I mean, at least he kind of knew her a little bit.
We'd hang out at her place and meet her at the park tomorrow night at around 9 p.m.
9 p.m. at the park?
I got to the park that night at around 9 p.m. sharp. I didn't call her because I didn't want to sound too desperate. Some time passed and I finally decided to call her to no response. I also tried texting her to no avail as well. It was around 9:30 p.m. There was still no sign of her, and I was beginning to grow impatient. I was starting to think that maybe she wasn't going to show up at all. I sighed and said, I knew this was too good to be true. She's not even here yet. Screw it. I'm going home. I can't believe I came out here this late for nothing.
Exactly.
Oh well, so much for online dating. I was about to start my walk home when suddenly
already
I saw a black convertible pull up to my
Who are you?
The car stopped right in front of me, and the window rolled down, revealing a creepy-looking old man who was probably in his mid-30s. He gazed at me with a weird smile.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You going somewhere, kid?
Kid?
I responded, yeah, I'm just headed home. He asked me why I was out there this late, and told him that I was supposed to meet someone, but it seemed like she wasn't going to show up. He said, "Oh, you must be waiting for my daughter."
Your daughter?
A man by the name of Jeff introduced himself to me as Robin's father, and said that Robin has told him a lot about me. He told me that Robin couldn't meet me at the park because she remembered that was the night she had to go to a slumber party with her friends, and she forgot to cancel.
Dang.
He told me
that's
she
tough.
wouldn't be home till 11 o'clock, and that's when I knew my night was a bust. He apologized and offered to give me a ride home.
No.
I knew
do not do
it
that.
would take too long for me to walk, so I accepted.
Just walk home, bro. Don't accept rides from strangers. I don't care if you're in the middle of nowhere. Actually, if you're in the middle of nowhere, then yeah. But in this situation, if you're in like the city and you walk all the way over there, just walk back home. Do not take no random rides from strangers. Like, you don't know what this dude is up to, bro. This dude looks creepy.
Luckily, I knew all the shortcuts to my house. I told him where I lived and how to get there as I got into the car. After a few minutes, I was feeling tired from being out so late.
Don't fall
so
asleep.
I closed my eyes for just a
Why
few
would you fall?
seconds.
Bro, that's a bad combo. Not only you in a random stranger's car, but you gonna go to sleep? Bro, don't do that. They gonna take you to like the wilderness or something like that, bro. Take them to their basement. Don't fall asleep. Stay awake.
Dozed off. Not long afterward, I awoke. Feeling a little drowsy, I rubbed my eyes and realized that I was still in the car. I asked the man where we were, as this wasn't the usual route to my house.
Exactly.
He said, "Relax, kid. This is a shortcut.
Shortcut.
We're almost there." I asked where we were going, and then he looked at me with some sinister grin.
That's not her dad.
Just chuckled. I felt my heart almost explode out of my chest as he did that. I looked down and saw a handgun sticking out of his jacket pocket. I put two and two together and realized what was happening.
Ooh.
I told him, "Let me out now." He responded, "No."
No? You said no? Hold on. You're gonna say no? What you gonna say again? Talking about some no. I got all reliable right here. Talking about some no. If you don't let me out this car, I know something.
Then, he put his foot on the accelerator, speeding up the car. I tried
Whoa!
to get out, but he had already put the child lock on.
The child, bro.
Hopeless.
Don't fall asleep in strangers' cars.
There was
Like,
no
why?
way out. To make matters worse, we were driving through a forest area with no cell service.
No,
I couldn't
bro.
even call for help. But I just had to get out. As soon as the car started to slow down, I stabbed him in his shoulder with a pocket knife that I found on the floor. He screamed in pain as I was able to turn off the child lock, unlock the door, and run as fast as I could into the woods. While
This dude got balls of steel.
I could hear multiple gunshots being fired at me.
Bro, this dude is a menace.
But luckily, not a single one hit me. I never looked back because I had the fear of the man chasing me at the back of my mind.
Bro.
I dove behind a tree and hid under a bush. I heard the man yelling, "You can't hide from me! I will find you!" I covered
who are you?
my hands and held my breath, trying not to make a sound. Everything was silent for a while, until I saw the man was looking for me with a flashlight. He flashed it past me multiple times. When I heard his footsteps going deeper into the woods, that's when I knew the coast was clear. I ran, using the flashlight on my phone to help navigate me through the dark and scary woods. In hindsight, I knew that was a stupid move considering the situation. I could hear the leaves crunching and the twigs snapping as I ran, which would also easily give away my position. When the crunching and snapping got louder, I looked behind me and my heart dropped when I saw that the man was chasing me.
Who? Oh, dang.
I ran as fast as I could with the man hot on my tail.
This dude is still... Bro, this dude is insane.
The shots missed again. There's nowhere for you to hide.
Bro, if you don't chill out, bro. What do you got going on? Just look at you. You got freaking green snot, whatever mystery substance right here. You got faded poop right here, bro. Bro, what you got going on, bro? Like, bro.
He said, I thought I was going to die until I heard the man trip over something and I was able to get away unharmed.
How you gonna chase somebody and then trip over something random? Like, bro. You can't make this stuff up, bro.
I kept running until I was out of the woods and back onto the road. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be seen, which means I lost him. I sighed in relief, and then I saw a red car driving down the road. I was able to wave it down and told the driver that I was kidnapped and almost killed by some crazy man in the woods. It took a lot of begging, but the driver finally gave me a ride to the police station, and I told the cops everything. Unfortunately, I didn't get the man's tag number, but
you didn't get his tag number?
A clear description. After the police had run a search, they told me that he didn't even have a daughter, and that they've been trying to catch this guy for months.
Dang.
As it turns out, he's wanted in several countries for the kidnappings of multiple teenagers and young men.
Don't tell me she got kidnapped.
To escape him is a miracle. The officers kindly gave me a ride home, and I didn't tell anyone what happened except my brother.
Don't tell me she got kidnapped by that man.
The man was never found, nor was he ever caught, and they say he's still out there, even to this day, which scares me the most. What's even worse is that I stupidly gave him my address, so who knows if he might try to kidnap me again. Needless to say, my days of using Tinder weren't over after that. The whole
it wasn't over?
Just made me a lot more cautious from there on out.
Whoa. What did we learn, y'all? Do not take no rides from strangers if you're in this situation. If you're in the city, don't take no rides from strangers. Like, bro, the only exception is if you're out in the middle of nowhere. Out in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's nothing out there. It's just bone dry. Like, you have no idea where you are. Other than that, don't take rides from strangers, period. Point blank, period. Next up, we got A Close Call, animated horror story, again by Llama Arts. Again, Llama Arts. If you're watching this, please don't come after me, man. Your video's in the description. I'll put it down there 3 times. Alright, let's get it. A Close Call.
I had just reluctantly returned home from an extended vacation trip to Japan. After experiencing delicious food beyond compare, a beautiful country, and spending time with amazing people. Needless to say, I was a bit depressed about coming home. On my first day back home, I went straight to my bedroom and passed out before doing anything else.
As you should.
Rather, I didn't have the energy to do anything else.
As you should.
It was probably for that reason that I failed to notice subtle hints that my home was not as lonely without me as I believed.
What you mean by that?
Hours later, I awoke in the middle of the night to the sound of scuttling noises and the floorboards creaking.
No.
Understandably confused, I got out of bed and made my way into the hallway that was connected to both the living room and kitchen. Cautiously, I crept my way through the darkness, groping the wall next to me for balance in my tired state as I trudged forward. I, however, made the fatal mistake of stepping onto one of the loudest boards in the hallway,
you messed
alerting
up.
whoever or whatever was lurking in the shadows of the next room. I paused.
Bro, you going unarmed? You got nothing in your hand as a weapon. Bro, if this was me in this situation, bro, I'm busting out all reliable. Try me. You want to go in my house when I'm not there? And still have the nerve to be there when I get home? And looking like that? Oh no. Could it be me, bro?
In the next room, before a whoosh of air was heard.
Whoa, yo, that's no regular human, bro. That's not human, bro.
Taking a nervous gulp of air, I walked into the living room and turned on the
with nothing in your hand, bro. If you suspect somebody in your house, and your house is dark, why don't you have a weapon? Why don't you have a knife? Why don't you have a bat? Why don't you have all reliable? You have nothing in your hand, bro. This dude is a certified buffoon, bro. A clown. Whatever happens to you, man, you deserve it.
lamp that dimly lit up the room. Looking around,
you gonna fight the person?
Soul, but rather some of my furniture was disturbed. What's more, a couple of my kitchen cabinets were slightly ajar. Bewildered, but with my guard up, I went over and closed them all before readjusting my furniture, by which point I had relaxed.
Somebody's in there.
I chalked up the odd noises and movements to my jet-lagged brain and shrugged, deciding to just head back to bed. I wish the story ended there, but I was not so lucky. Before entering the hallway to my room, I saw that the large metal covering to the air vent above the couch
was an air vent.
Peering up at it, I mumbled, "What the?" before a crooked face filled with abject disdain for my existence popped into.
All reliable! It's time for all reliable. Hey, what you doing up there? This dude, bro, look how he's looking over the vent, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. If I seen that, bro. Good old reliable. That's all I'm saying, man.
View. Startled, I fell to the ground.
You still have nothing in your hand as a weapon.
Began crawling away as I heard the man begin screeching incoherently as he dropped down onto the couch. I watched in horror as his joints cracked beneath his raggedy hoodie and heavily stained jeans. He stared at me, silent now, before brandishing a knife out of his back pocket and pointed it towards me.
"My house now! Mine! Mine! You left it! It's mine!"
What the freak?
He shouted with a slurred voice as he charged towards me. I hurriedly crawled towards my room and slammed the door behind me and locked it as he started jabbing his blade into the door, yelling at me to die. Shakily, I called the police and sobbed as I told them what was happening.
That dude is on bath salts,
I was
bro.
told a patrol car was nearby my neighborhood and they would be at my house in minutes. I stayed on the phone and picked up a baseball bat.
Oh, now you got a baseball bat?
Deranged cretin broke down my door.
I would have hunted that dude down, bro. I would have grabbed it. I would have been had the bat in my hand, first of all. Then I would have started chasing that dude, swinging that bat. Bro, he's not going out alive, bro. If you point a knife at me and you say it's your house instead of my house, and you run after me with a knife, yeah, you got to get clocked in the head, man.
A few horrendous minutes later, the police arrived, and after a quick but violent struggle, they managed to subdue the intruder. After locking him in the back seat of the patrol car, the cops investigated my house and found that the man apparently had been living there while I was gone. But not just that.
How did he get in, though?
He'd been staying at my house without me noticing for a few months.
Few months?
According to the police, they found paper stuffed under the couch that was filled with nothing but incoherent ramblings about how he planned to kill me one day when the time was right.
Bro.
With the dates next to each entry predating my trip to Japan by an uncomfortable amount.
This dude planned everything out.
Frankly, I'm happy to be alive and relieved that the situation was resolved so quickly. But still, I make sure to triple check the locks in my home after that little incident.
You don't do that? Bro. You're still a certified buffoon for not having no type of weapon from the get-go. Next up, we got a terrifying... What? I can't speak. A terrifying morning jog story animation and llama arts. Do I have to say it every time, man? Don't come after me, please. Your videos in the descriptions is down there 100 times. Let's get it. A terrifying morning jog. I don't know what I said earlier, bro. This story is told from the perspective of a woman.
Before heading to my local community college for classes, I'd like to wake up at around 5 in the morning for a brisk morning jog. It helps clear my head and definitely helps wake me up so I
can't do that.
Class. When I first started doing this, it was a huge hassle, but over time I grew accustomed to it, and it's now a highlight of my day. However, as time went on, I found myself becoming quite uncomfortable. Not in a physical sense, but more so it was like my fight or flight instincts began kicking in seemingly at random. I'd whip my head around to see if anybody was following me or even peeking at me through the wooded park in which I ran, but couldn't see anybody. It didn't help that it was dark either, so even if there was somebody creeping in the dark, there was no way I could tell. As an extra precaution, I started carrying around some pepper spray in order to fend off any would-be attackers. But as time went on and that eerie sensation occurred more and more, I just couldn't bring myself to run anymore. A friend of mine, Daniel, a self-proclaimed runner himself, told me that I shouldn't worry about it. He said that the mind plays tricks on oneself when it can't see things clearly, especially in the dark. After being reassured by him, I decided to give jogging another go.
No, don't do it.
So today,
don't do
like any other day, I slapped on some black leggings, tied my hair up in a ponytail, put on my kicks, and set my music volume to full blast.
Full blast.
The door. I felt fantastic.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be doing that.
And was loving the cool breeze and crisp morning air. But then, about halfway into my jog, a tall and hooded figure stepped
Is that the same dude?
In front of me. Quickly, I pulled out my pepper spray and
she's standing on business.
To leave me alone. The person quickly pulled down their hood.
I knew that was. He looked too familiar.
Daniel. I sighed with
bro, Daniel. What are you, bro? What are you doing, my guy? She told you that she jogs at 5 in the morning and she's terrified, and then you told her not to worry about it. And then the next time she jogs, you want to play a prank on her, bro? Something about you we don't know about, man. There's something about you we don't know about.
He approached and laughed at how funny it was that we ran the same path. I expressed to him that
why are you wearing gloves? This dude is wearing black Hitman gloves.
However,
my man's wearing Hitman gloves, bro. Sorry, that's my last time pausing it.
Stepped a little too close and gave a crooked smile.
Look, see?
That of course I was safe with him, as apparently I had been safe with him for weeks.
Look, like I said,
of what he meant quickly dawned on me as his hands began to creep their way around my
waist. No! He gonna grab your waist like that? I gotta make a phone call. We got him right there. Come on,
I screamed at him to let me go. And
this dude really grabbed her waist.
He slapped it out of my hand and proceeded to grab my throat. With strange screams, I begged him to let me go.
Bro.
For someone to help me. He yelled at me and tightened.
How is this keeping her safe? Bro, you talking about she's been safe for you for weeks? Bro, you strangling her, bro. Bro. If I was there, bro, he would have been on the ground, bro.
Grip, asking why I wasn't thankful for his watchful eyes.
Oh, because she wasn't thankful?
I was stunned at the complete personality change from the once gentle friend I knew. Pretty soon, I started to black out and grow weak. But
what the freak is that?
Out, I could hear the sounds of dogs barking and an older man screaming for Daniel to let me go. In a panic,
why aren't you doing nothing?
Ran back into the woods.
Dude standing way back, telling him to stop.
Before I began sobbing, as the man escorted me out of the park and brought me straight to the police station.
Good.
And
dude, you're standing there.
Fears and reservations, I told them everything I knew about Daniel, or what I thought I knew, and what he had done to me.
How long did you know him?
He immediately sent a patrol car out and told me that everything would be okay. The next day, I heard Daniel never showed up to class. He had been arrested several hours later after I left the police station and confessed to everything with a disgusting amount of self-righteousness.
This dude is a clown.
He was recorded as saying, "She needed me. Only I can protect her."
What?
Who knows what could have been hiding in those woods?
You was hiding in the woods.
It took me a while to feel comfortable going back to school, and even then, my trust in people was never the same again. I guess even the ones you were close to can snap, just like that, at any time.
Bro. Yo, nowadays, you gotta watch out who you talk to, man. You can't trust nobody nowadays. There's a select few you can trust, but like, there's also a select few you can't trust, because stuff like this happens, like, every day, believe it or not. Man, these days are, like, crazy, man.
If you've been following me for a while, you will know that I love creating patterns. but I've been wanting to.
Alright, the last one we're gonna look out is called The Playhouse by Lamar. It's again. Look, your video's in the description. Please don't come after me, man. Please. Let's get it. The Playhouse.
We live on several acres in rural Indiana, USA. Our neighbors aren't too far apart, but we all live on a lot of property. On our properties, we have a lot of trees, and our neighbor doesn't maintain their property well, so a lot of it's overgrown. You know, a couple of fallen trees and a lot of downed branches.
The worst neighbors.
We knew the state of their property was probably because it was an older couple that owned the house and the property was vast. We have a creek separating our homes as well, but a small strip of their property is accessible from our backyard. Due to the overgrowth of trees, we weren't able to see much of their property when we first moved in the summer, and of course we didn't go onto their land because we didn't want to trespass. One night, my daughter and her friend were camping in the backyard and ran inside, swearing that they heard a kid laughing or crying in our backyard. I figured it was their imagination from too many scary stories while in the tent, but went out to investigate briefly just in case. I heard a faint noise coming from just beyond our property line. I moved the flashlight into the general direction and called out to whoever may be in the trees. The sound stopped. I decided it was probably just a couple of stray cats, but just in case, I had the girls set up the tent in the living room. The next day, after taking my daughter's friend home, curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to investigate the area by our property line. As I neared the line of trees, I saw a small path I had never noticed before. Since I knew my neighbors were too far and the trees were too thick, they couldn't see me on their property, so I stepped onto the small path.
Why would you do that?
Slowly, looking down, watching for poison ivy and fallen branches. I wasn't too far in when I saw a dirty, broken kid's toy on the ground, wrapped in overgrown weeds. I looked up, and in the distance I saw a small, white shed-like
Do not go towards it. Bro, how much you want to bet she's going to go towards that? How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? If she don't go to the dollhouse or treehouse or playhouse, I owe everybody who watches this video $5. I owe you guys $5 if she doesn't go to that playhouse. I'm telling you, bro.
Got closer. There were more and more toys scattered on the ground, some partially buried, all broken and dirty. Then there was barbed wire, and I could see the front of the shed and realized it was a large playhouse with a wooden alphabet decorating the outside.
Don't go towards it.
I was starting to feel uneasy. This playhouse was at least half a mile or more from the only house on the property. I stopped in my tracks, letting my imagination go a little, when I felt a tap on my shoulder. Jumped a foot off the ground, only to turn around and see that my daughter had followed me. Once my heart slowed down, I decided to get a closer look. There was more broken barbed wire fencing.
Bro, a closer look? What did I just tell y'all? What, bro? Bro, you see a creepy playhouse in the middle of the woods with barbed wire, and you go towards it? Bro, what is wrong with you, bro? Now, all y'all owe me $5.
The ground, the closer we got. The window on the side was broken, and there was a hole in the roof. There was a broken train set, one a kid would be able to ride on. The front door had a white piece of
I bet the neighbor is looking dead at y'all right now.
Not keep people out. At this point, my daughter was in full panic mode and begging for us to walk back to our house. But I had to at least look through the window, or my mind...
Why? 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 Dude, your mind is setting you up to, like, get deleted, bro. Yeah, forget your mind. Just go back home, bro. Your daughter wants to go back home because she's creeped out. Why do you feel the need to go look in the windows? Like, bro, why? Whatever happens to you, say it with me now. You deserve it.
Wonder with all the possibilities of what could be in
your curiosity is leaning towards your death, man.
To the side of the shed, my daughter was following close behind. In her feet,
why did she just stay back?
More attention to me than where she was stepping.
Ooh, barbed wire, sharp.
I I quickly glanced inside the window, only to see a partially dirt floor,
the heck?
broken wood, and a large wooden bench with a dark stain on top. I picked up my daughter, who was determined her leg was going to fall off. We left the neighbor's property, and I took her to the doctor to get a tetanus shot and get her cleaned up. That night after dinner, I let the dog out, but couldn't get her to come back in. I let her stay outside for a while and checked again a little later. Our dog still wouldn't come in, and I noticed she was standing by the path we took earlier. I grabbed a flashlight and her leash and headed out to her. She was pacing, whining, and sniffing around everywhere. I figured it was from the blood earlier, but she never ventured onto the path. Then, I heard the giggling of a little girl. I called out to the child, but there was no answer in return.
Don't go in there.
Some rustling in the leaves.
Don't go in there. Lock your doors.
I ran inside with the dog to check on my daughter to make sure that she was still in the house. She was laying in bed, fast asleep.
Alright, good.
The next morning, I went straight to the playhouse.
What, bro? Oh my god!
Something was wrong. The broken toys seemed to be in different places, and when I got to the playhouse, my heart felt like it was a ton of bricks. All over the side of the playhouse were children's drawings in my daughter's blood.
Ooh. Bro, she gotta be one of the most worst people ever, bro. You see a creepy playhouse in the middle of the woods that has barbed wire around it. Your daughter wants to go back home, but you still want to look through the window, and which caused your daughter to get punctured by barbed wire. And then that made whoever was the kid that was over there made all them drawings out of her blood. This is on you. You worst person ever, bro. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you share this video with your friends. Hit that subscribe button, and if you want more of these, send me some videos on my Instagram, TikTok. I don't have Twitter. I don't know how to use Twitter. But yeah, just Instagram, TikTok, or even in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.